Talon's draft is like awful by any means, but I also don't think it's like, wow, this draft looks really good, you know?
Yeah.
To me, it looks kind of Cuckoo's like, I want to play Zeus.
Yeah, literally. It just feels like, he's just picking everyone what they want to play. Makoto's like, yeah, I'll run Shaker. I don't care about Lina. I feel like we've seen this Shaker come out on top of many a lane he's not supposed to, so we'll see.
I mean, I feel the thing about Shaker right now is also you just have this power to go to the side cam at like 8 minutes and echo slam and then like, oh, we're back. Seeing the stack clearing potential of these heroes.
Yeah. These early stack clearing echo slams have been all the craze, I think. It really depends on how... I guess, you look at the lineup, the Dark Willow should be able to leave the Timbersaw alone. Because Timbersaw really wants to get that EXP anyway, so a lot of time for her to stack, rotate over, help the Lina, perhaps.
I think top lane is actually pretty hard for IAP. I don't think their heroes fight Zeus. I've played against this Zeus and I actually think this hero is really strong, especially in these lanes where you don't like outrange and outclick him. And Willow's one of the better heroes at it, but he does a lot of damage to Timber, and with Razor able to back him up, I think Talon would do pretty handily up here.
Yeah, I guess the issue with Razor always is you're playing around the static lane cooldown, right? So if Natsumi ever throws that out and it doesn't latch on and stay on, the Timber suddenly has free reign in the lane for that very, very long level 1 and level 2 cooldown. That's like 50 seconds level 1, bro. That's like a minute. Every minute you only get one lane.
Yeah, I think the idea here is just to push and pull. I think the whole strength of Zeus is that you can never block his small camp because obviously he just clears it, right, without committing sentries.
Oh, yeah.
He also kind of outtrades you in the jungle, so it's hard for Willow to go in and block, and Razor's just gonna outpush this lane. See how Cuckoo chooses to play here.
Yeah, for anyone who
God,
enjoys playing Zeus, might want to start
damage.
taking notes here. Look at the damage from Cuckoo. Already reining it in. Speaking of damage, damn. Early levels in the goo, actually, from this Bristleback. Just using it to help Jokum trade. I mean, this is the most value stick lane I've seen in my life, but at least in this early stage of the game, the learning curve Ogre is going to be a bit of a liability.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll see what happens at level 2, because Ogre's a hero that has slight mana issues, and the Ignite spam is just crazy. Jet might be in trouble. Has stick charges.
And not just stick charges, wand charges. It's a lot more juice in the tank. So Jotun, just using his body, like literally just like using the body to get in WS's way.
Is
That's
it
about
me
all
or
he can do for now.
does his name just fit Ogre player level 2?
Yeah, right? Like, Jotun,
Oh, look at this.
I'm Ogre player. I ignite.
Oh, he didn't learn stun. I thought they would try to like commit a bit more onto Jokem there with the flag and the stun. But
I went for the Bloodlust.
alright, so enabling Jet to play a little more around the fights, I think Bloodlust is kind of underrated in these lanes where you get to like run fast and just maybe the flame break will miss, so you get to like distance yourself a little bit.
Yeah. The last thing you want is for the Bristleback to stay on top of you for extended periods of time, right? That's the way you die in this lane. So I guess just a bit more of a defensive priority from this Ogre player here. Let's have a... I feel like I can't keep my eyes off this side lane, so I want to talk about the mid lane matchup, but I might talk about a dead Gyro. Has a fat wand charge though, so we'll be fine. And again, Jotun, ignite, slap, slap. He still is very close to getting the kill, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say imagine he gets stunned, but also the fact that he had the Bloodlust allows Jet to walk away there, so even Stevens, I'd say.
Yeah, probably right. I mean, I feel this lane is pretty brain dead. You have free mana, you just spam flag, spam ignite, and you win. As long as they don't trade the damage, you win, you know?
Yeah. So what is the plan then going to be for this Talon off-lane duo? Do they care that they are being sort of traded out, or are they just kind of holding out to farm stacks later on?
You definitely hold out, prevent pulls, just feed WS some regen. Once he's level 4, he's pretty okay down here. You trade farm equally. I think Gyro will be ahead just by nature of the early levels. But it will be fine because Bristleback. You know,
Yeah.
Cuckoo, Boolean.
Speaking of ahead though, we were worried about this off-lane for InterActive Philippines, but this Timber's having a swell old time. It doesn't seem like the Razor and the Zeus is doing quite as much as we thought they would. I mean, he's just freely CSing up here, and the Razor's actually the lowest CS core right now.
He's a happy boy. I also like this homing missile build, dude. I feel like it's so underrated. After watching Lu play, I feel like his homing missile is so strong. Like you just drop it
Just
on the
spam.
bad rider with Ignite, like what's gonna happen, you know? You have to like, you get completely zoned out. Because he can't really go into their heroes and throw barrage, right?
Well, what do we know? Both gyrocopters that we've seen today went for this max, barrage build, and even though it wasn't really thanks to Aumku did win that. So some of the stacks already being interfered with by Jotun.
He drops the
This
sentry as
ogre
well.
is actually peak ogre gameplay right here. There was a stun out, run in at Joker,
The last year's
slap.
He has Flame Break and Lotus. He's fine just buying time here, but
Yeah, but Jotun can gotta stick and throw another ignite. Just piss him off.
he can just
Why
TP,
not?
right?
Like, hang on. There's no way.
He really
he's
wants
fine.
him. Joker just gonna suicide, maybe? No way, yes, take Lotus. This is a waste of
Yeah,
time.
wait, what are we doing, Jotun? Well, I mean, like,
It's
I
the
guess he's
epitome of ogre.
Bro, they have two heads, but they think somehow even slower. It's literally
no, that way.
this guy literally has no intelligence. It's baked into his hero. You can't blame him. He's just pulling off a very convincing character cosplay there. But forces the bat straight out of lane. Okay, well, let's take a look at this mid lane because we have yet to so far. It is Mikoto's doing okay. The Lina is kind of smoking him by one wave. It's not too surprising.
Oh no, the
We're
ward.
gonna. Oh man.
Oh no,
Yeah.
goodbye ward.
Goodbye, ward. Another
Yeah.
CS in the pocket of the Shaker. Yeah, I mean, is there any timing that we need to look out for in this mid lane, or are they both just going to be trading farm and just chilling?
I think it's more when the supports rotate over, because if they don't, then nothing's really gonna happen. Mikoro's just gonna start doing this and clearing the wave. It's completely fine.
Okay.
Lina is a little favored, but I think it's more of the movement, and also I'm kind of worried for top. Like you say, CS-wise, Timber is fine, but with the pulls coming out from just Cuckoo being able to zone hold up, a bit of a battle going on.
So we saw the interaction that I was actually a bit worried about because we said, okay, this double lightning, oh, it's gonna shock you, but yeah, literally as long as you press your static link, the Timber just presses Timber Chain. And literally nothing happens unless Cuckoo is somehow able to cancel that animation with a nicely timed bolt.
It's not that
DCMG just
hard.
gets out.
It's not
Yeah,
that hard.
it's not that hard, but so far it hasn't seemed to happen. Like DCMG just slides out, is fine. He's just farming away. It seems like this Timber might become a bit of an issue for them.
I mean, I think up here, they look like they're just playing to push and pull. We see Cuckoo like constantly. He's fighting the Willow at the side, and he just wins the trade, and then he has his pull camp. So hence the level advantage. If you look at levels, like Natsumi's ahead, and so is Cuckoo. So I think it's a very slow win, and eventually this Razor will outpower this Timbersaw if rotations don't come in from the Ogre or Gyro. Which is kind of acceptable, right? Like I think you play Ogre Gyro, you win your lane, you kind of want to have this Bloodluster Gyro like go top, right? He went well for Falcon Blade, cheaper fighting item, 20 stick. Once he has power traits, I wouldn't be too surprised to see him just chase this Razor around.
Yeah, twin gate rotations, right? It's the big thing with Gyro. I feel like he can bring so much to an early skirmish. In fact, everybody on IAPH can do that. So fully expecting them to start running at Talon. Talon, is it right to say that they want to play a bit more of a slower, farm-focused game?
For sure, for sure. Look at their heroes. They are stack clearing monsters. They just want to farm jungle, and eventually they want to choose their fights, right? They have two forms of initiation, vision, which is kind of just saying like, okay, if we start the fight, we're gonna win.
I feel like usually when you have concepts like that, it feels like, the team on the other side is on a timer. But would you say IPH are kind of gonna be feeling that pressure? Because I feel like I'm looking at their 3 extremely high damage cores, right? And I feel like Gyro, Timber, and Lina all scale very well as well. So I'm not sure whether they're too concerned.
Probably not. I mean, it comes down to this like laning phase, right? Can they press their advantage? Because right now, the Lina and Gyro are ahead in CS, but there's still 0 kills on the board, 0 real tower pressure. So I think the lanes are nice, but they need more than this.
Okay, we'll see whether InterActive Philippines can come up with something a bit more than this for now. Like you mentioned, top lane Natsumi. Hey, that those early field levels were a bit rougher. Still fine now though. bot lane, nothing has changed. They're both just tussling around non-stop.
Oh,
Now,
no, Jotun.
Jotun might have overstepped. WS will draw first blood. It kind of feels like a very measured attempt there from the Talon duo, and unfortunately, Interactive Philippines fall for it. Now, Cuckoo does get swiped down from a very, very long distance thanks to that Shadow Realm. Even if they didn't get that last hit, Yona had rotated over with the Invis rune anyway. So 1-for-1 across the map there, but definitely WS getting that first blood, huge.
Yeah, it's so big for him. So now he's pretty much equal net worth with the gyro. And these kills, I want to see where Ogre goes. He chooses to TP mid, and Cuckoo will do the same, just a little refill. But again, I want to see this gyro move top. And
Yeah.
I think he is walking towards the gate now. And Cuckoo
Yeah,
has
he's
a
at the
very
gate.
nice ward to anticipate this.
Oh, this is a very
TP's
calculated
in.
move, though. It almost feels like Talon are trying to bait them in. There's a rotation over from the mid lane. Mikoto ready to bring the heat here. Debating on this Razor. Do they dare to chase in? It looks like the move has been sniffed out. Jokum is playing extremely aggressive, but there is the jump
my
in.
God, the damage.
Mikoto blows up the timber. My goodness. Feels
Yeah.
like he just appeared from nowhere.
He almost blocked Jet away from the gate as well. Very nice ward from Cuckoo, just anticipating the movements. Knowing that this Gyro Ogre needs to chase away the Gyro and this, the Razor. Razor laning up here, and Talon again just a bit ahead of what's happening.
You know what we call that one? We call that one the all part of Keikuku. He's got it planned out all along. He can't beat him. You might be
hold
able to
on.
beat down Mikoto though. Uh-oh, in the mid lane, showing. Turn around for the fissure. A nice flame break to break up the action. But Yona's gonna be able to slice him down with that Dragon
Joker
Slave.
might be in trouble too.
Yeah, he is in the firing line, and this Lina is absolutely hammering into him. A double kill now. Cuckoo and the gang are trying to get whatever return kill that
Everyone's
they
here
can.
from Talon.
Yeah, I mean, Yona's still firing away.
Oh, nice
They
job.
will just get run down. I say that. It's a beautiful set of brambles, but it's not good enough. Pretty even trade all throughout. One support for one mid.
See this DCMG. Oh my god, his name's so hard. DCMG is here. Queens of. I keep reading it as C damage, you know, because like I play other games and it's like critical
Yeah, yeah.
damage or something.
Sure,
It's
sure, okay,
DCMG.
yeah. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, but DCMG comes in, gets a bit of a freebie. So very nicely done. Interactive Philippines, these are the skirmishers that their draft were built for. Although, I don't know whether losing these heroes is part of the plan.
Probably not. It especially hurts to lose the Lina, right? That's your top net worth hero. But Talon also realizing they cannot give map, even though they lost 2 heroes. They bring in everyone, so there's no real tower pressure here. It's just a bit of a trade. Jotun? Wrong
What are
way,
you
my
doing
brother.
here? Uh-oh. Well, despite all his excavation gear, he's not really the best at navigation. He will just go down to Mikoto. So, classic Ogre gameplay there.
I guess that's
So-
what happened when you have 2 heads, right?
Yeah, yeah. Your sort of internal compass is just haywire.
Alright, so Shurun for Lina, Yona,
Mm-hmm.
both Luna. And Catapult on the way. So you'll see if they choose to apply pressure here. Jotun can come in for a refill.
It's just a farming Eye of the Storm or something. It's
Yes.
gotta challenge DCMG. Static Link on cooldown.
comes
Here comes the TP from the
Yona.
Lina. Natsumi. A little bit of trouble. Nice brambles as well.
Bye,
Cut off.
Natsumi.
Okay, I gotta say, KT on this Dark Willow has really impressed me so far. Like these brambles, the positioning, I mean, it's been top notch, and they get the kill on the Razor. You talk about pressuring the mid tower. Looks like they want to pressure the top one instead.
Yeah, I like this too. Just kick the Razor out. Any catapult pressure is pressure, honestly. Mid is obviously the biggest, but safe lane's always nice. Open
Yeah.
up the map for Timber, and getting the safe lane tower this early in the game when your opponents don't trade is pretty significant because you have the option to, like, the big camp becomes an objective. And if you notice, Cuckoo has already dropped down a sentry ward here, understanding that his tower will die. And the reason for this is that if you stack the camp after the safe lane tower dies and you pull it back, the carry actually has no wave to farm.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a concept that we see a lot of pros apply, but you don't really see the application of it because it's nothing flashy, right? It's just that Natsumi has to sort of come all the way up to dangerous territory.
Timbersaw?
DCMG will just get Thunder God's Wrath down, but Natsumi, like
And
you
he
mentioned,
land
had
the
to walk
bramble.
up very, very far up.
He's tanky on Natsumi. It's probably not happening.
Yeah, out of range on the Brambles, and the Bristol's coming over as well. So
Mid lane
a
though,
little bit of a
something's
slip up.
happening. Yona goes down.
Oh, yikes. Okay. What was that? Was that the blink reveal?
There's no blink. I think it was just a flame break into whatever it was.
No, there is a blink. Mikoto just got his.
Ah, okay. So it probably
Yeah,
was
I-
a blink reveal then.
It's a little slap down on the Lina. I was about to say the
They're not
Lina
done.
is starting to become a concern. Oh, okay.
Katie's
Jokum just walks
cooking.
into... Yeah, Katie is absolutely
So is
destroying them.
Mikoto
But here
with
comes
the
Mikoto,
AD.
AD rune. Smashes them down. And look, a very beautiful stack for WS to claim. So even though InterActive Philippines had a pretty decent early start, a few slip-ups is enough for Talon to start taking back control of their side of the map.
Yoink. Mustax now. Alright, so Talon has,
WS.
I would say, have passed the test of the laning phase. They have reached the point where Mikoto has dagger. WS is pretty online, matching Lina's net worth now with the stack steal after that
Damn.
not so great laning phase. And they also have their own stacks to take.
Right. Okay. InterActive Philippines, we need some interaction right now. You need to sort of get something moving.
Well, they
I mean,
moved.
I just feel like, you know, I was looking at the inventories. I looked at Yona's inventory. I was like, damn, that's a really early boost to travels and point booster. And then she hasn't really done much other than that attempt at the Razor's life in the top lane.
And so now this is the point in the draft where you feel the lack of initiation, right? Because their heroes are very run at you, but can you run into Aghanim's Bristle and Shaker Blink? I'm not with your current net worth, I think. Mikoto is heading
So
up.
what's the plan now then for InterActive Philippines?
is
Can you still try and keep this?
farm time.
You just gotta farm. Okay.
Which is kind of sad because Jaro went for this Dragonlance build, right? I think this is like the more popular build right now, just Dragonlance SNY. Or anything SNY is basically the formula for success as a carry right now. It's what it feels like.
Yeah. Just SNY good item. A lot of things to status resist this game. I think especially from this Earthshaker and the Bat Rider and all these little goos and slows and annoying little things that Talon have on their lineup.
So
I feel like I've seen Jotun run around this entire map. Like, this guy is just out and about. every time we get on camera on the Ogre, he's like somewhere undiscovered. He's just trying to see the sights, man.
yeah, it looks like he will be going on a journey again soon. Nope, just towards the lane. Both teams seem pretty content to farm. Talon getting a bit more out of this right now. Not really in a rush to do much. I think Natsumi really wants his BKB to join any fights, considering what the kind of damage that they have on IAP. Jotun will pop a smoke. They break on the gate bot lane.
Oh, they found the gyrocopter, and Jed is gonna get
Roshan?
hammered down. Very nicely done. Cuckoo able to dodge the big man in Roshan, so he doesn't go down. But a Mage Slayer actually picked up by the Razor.
Yeah, they queued up pretty early. It's nice. It helps him play the game. It's also farming item and mana regen. So you don't really want the naked BKB. Mage Slayer is just a nice item to have. Really good against everything IAP has.
Oh, big catch onto Jokum though.
Kaboom. The KD has
Found himself
been
in the...
playing very well. I feel like this Willow has like a lot to do in this game because of the lack of stuns, and I feel like his Brambles have been pretty on point so far.
Yeah, I feel like they haven't sort of missed a single relevant one, right? Every single time you need just an additional bit of reach, feels like Kitty is right there to sort of provide. Question is whether you can still provide going into the later stages when all these BKBs come up and you got like 3 scaling cores running around being terrifying.
Meanwhile, Talon will continue the farming game. They are not too happy about Cuckoo being here though.
Yeah. Oh, sending the Cobalt out to block them a little bit. Jumps away, TP. They can't
he's gonna
make
get-
it to him. Nope. Brambles already used. Nicely done from the Zeus to escape. Some more wasted time. I mean, Talon, they are, like you said, getting a bit more out of the map. Top net worth in the game is still this Lina, but it's only by a very narrow margin. Oh, they've caught DCMG in this bot lane, and this Timber, he's going to try and chain away, but can't create the distance away from Natsumi enough, and he'll get zapped down.
Yep, Talon looks like they want to make a move off this as well. They know that someone has to react bottom now because the wave's going to go in, and See Mikoto and Kuku just preventing other people from coming in. Oh, Jotun just go down.
You're gonna have to explain this to me a little bit, Adam, because what's going on here? I thought the game plan for IAPH was farm, but I feel like every time we sort of look away for a bit, someone's just randomly dying. Like, is that just kind of good catches coming out from Talon, or are IAPH losing the plot a bit?
I feel like they have heroes that kind of want to go in and go at you. Like, it's hard to farm when you look at Talon's map, the way they're positioned. The Zeus is covering Mikoto and has been for like the past 3 minutes. And then when Mikoto feels it's dangerous, he takes over the lane. And if you die, you die. You know, you're post 5 pushing out the wave.
Oh, mid lane, they caught WS. It comes at the cost of Sagirl Baby, or rather Key there. But a great move. That's the Aghanims Lina complete and showing its prowess. So, yeah, I mean, just when I was talking about, oh, you know, InterActive Philippines, what are we doing here? They just kind of pull a move. Maybe they were just waiting for this, you know, Aghanims all along. And it could be goal time now.
I just really like what Talon's doing with their heroes. Like, they have this pairing system right now. We call it the buddy system. You know, Bats at bottom with 1. And when Razor goes back to jungle, Bat takes the lane. Okay, now Mikoto's down here. Because they have no spells and they're trying to look to capitalize, use spells. So it's a very, we're gonna farm, but methodical kind of farm. It's also a little abusive of the lack of catch on IAP, right? There's no real... Like, if you break smoke into a shaker or bat with blink, like, do you really have the form of initiation? What does Willow have? Atos? No, he's going for Yules. Okay, I guess that's alright too. I wouldn't have minded an Atos in this game.
Yeah, you just need that additional catch, it feels like. Speaking of catch, Yona found here. What the heck was that?
Bristle versus Lina for you. No armor. Gets on top of you. And the collapse will happen from mid tower.
I mean, it looked almost like the Lina was the one trying to find a target, and then she just runs up into WS, stays next to WS, just gives over a freebie, and now Talon are going to, like you mentioned, take this tier 1 for basically free.
IP need to find a way to fight. I feel like this stagnated map is not really favoring them. Maybe a little wrap around. Try to protect an area, hold a heal where Talon walks into you, and I think that's probably the best way to fight. Otherwise, this is gonna happen like 5 more times. DCMG just go down again in the same spot for the
it's in the, like, literally these things are just repeating themselves. I feel like, you know, if there was the problem with all of these games is that, oh wow, okay, Kitty just goes down, just way too much burst damage. Jokum able to dodge away. But yeah, I mean, I'm watching the same thing happen over and over to IPH. Yona's been caught again in just kind of around this area. It feels like Talon are walking around the map with a giant fishing net and they're just picking up scraps. Everywhere they go, they find IPH heroes and just getting obliterated here. It was a 1k gold lead for what felt like the first 10-12 minutes of the game, and then, you know, InterActive Philippines didn't really do anything at all. And now it's just slipped past them. 8k gold lead. Tormentor about to be stolen as well. Talon, they are storming ahead right now.
Yeah, maybe look at this Timbersaws game. I think this is like a problem I faced with some of the offlaners I coach as well. They have this like old school mentality where they have to be away from the carry, right? So Timber goes to farm bottom in this like kind of underlord position where you defend the tower and you farm like 1 or 2 camps. But look at his net worth now because of that and because of the 2 deaths. It's so hard to keep up net worth, you know. Meanwhile, look at this Bristleback on WS. He's just running around, taking the camps he can. He's also so farm. Oh my god, he has Bloodstone.
What the hell? 21 minute Bloodstone, phase boots, and
13k net worth.
Are you serious? I mean, look at how aggressively he's positioning as well. He knows that he's powerful and he's just taking up space.
I actually think he can't die to 5 heroes if he turns around.
Okay.
And there's also a lack of ability to turn him around, right? It's just a lack of stuns again.
Yeah, WS just casually getting a kill onto Jotun again. Mikoto will show himself, but Yona swings and miss on that light strike array. Just a quick blink away from the shaker. Ooh, what's that? Aghanims complete? Yeah, sure, why not? Aghanims complete. WS is here. He just picked up the Ogre. Now they'll pick up the Lina. Pull back into the clutches of this Bristleback, and Yona, not enough move speed to escape here, will just get run down. They turn around for the bat kill, but now DCMG
the
blocked
Fisher
off by a
block.
brilliant Fissure,
my God.
getting 2 more, and Cuckoo with a double. Mikoto looking for the final kill here, setting up on this poor Gyro, the Echo Slam, the rest of Talon streaming in, and they'll just be able to finish off this poor carry. The Ogre can do nothing but watch. Maybe try no, Mikoto is completely fine. Mikoto is completely fine. Talon, they're all over it. I think, realistically speaking, I think this was what we expected, you know, from this matchup, and it might look this way in game number 2 as well. But honestly, I feel like InterActive Philippines had some good options there. It just feels like they never took them.
Yeah, I mean, they passed the laning phase, right? I think that's like a win. It's just that they couldn't convert out. And it felt like Talon, even though they were a little on the back foot from the lanes, they transitioned out of it really well. We saw a TP top from WS and how smooth the connection was just into the invasion of the enemy triangle, just trying to take map. Whereas for IAP, it felt like they never really got back their map in any way once they lost it. Oh no, Yona is dead again. Oh no,
Wait,
Yona,
what?
Yona.
Are you serious?
He's dead.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, the Flame Cloak ain't gonna help you because the quills fly through the air. Knock her down anyway. Yeah, this game is completely out of the hands of Interactive Philippines anymore. Nice little triangle ward as pointed out by our observer there. Just so much information. The map is tiny, tiny, tiny for Interactive Philippines. And their
Timber is
towers are
still
going
down here
What
in
is
his
he?
little home.
I mean, what can he do, right?
Oh,
Now, Natsumi,
Natsumi?
he's gonna run into them. He has a BKB, which means that they don't do damage to him anymore, unfortunately. Lasso up, double pull onto Jed, and he is not gonna be actually able to TP out. Okay. I thought he was dead for sure there. They will kill Jotun, turn around in a rage, and just punch the Ogre. Yeah, I'm surprised the Gyro lives there. I guess that's a small consolation.
Mikoto's cooking. No echo though. Probably just gonna clear the wave. Yeah.
Echo in 8. Wait,
Oh.
he-
His team's coming. I don't know if you want to go that way. DCMG.
you're trying to make it back to, like okay.
Back to the fountain.
Yeah,
It's
not the way that he wanted to make it back to the fountain, I think. But he gets there. It's the same destination, I guess.
He's mad.
Yeah, I would be. It's a abysmal Timbersaw performance, I'll be honest. It's not even like he had a bad lane, right? I mean, you talked about how this Zeus and Razor are kind of out macroing him, but he had a pretty decent early start. I feel like that could have converted into something a bit greedier or more active.
Yeah, I
Not
would
to
have
be
liked
the
him
case.
see him head over to the mid lane, try to join fights a bit more. You know, use your whirling death against this Shaker and whoever comes in. Help your Lina body up. I think that was
Yeah.
a good way to a good angle at least. Jed, he's gonna get Fisher blocked.
Nice
Ooh.
force staff to the high ground. Is it gonna matter? WS still on the chase though, forcing the TPs back. They will just BKB Echo Slam onto this Gyro and blow him up under his own tower. Oh man, collateral
Willow
damage.
dies.
Oh, yeah, Dark Willow just gets caught as well. DCMG just respawns back into another lasso and just go down to that shock. Cuckoo
WS
on a
so
mega
low.
kill. Dude, WS.
The fountain is not safe.
Bro, this guy has no chill. He's just running at the lead. He knows where the Lina's going. Full steam ahead here, phase boots, hunting her down. I mean, he literally just walks to the top lane through the tier 4 towers. What the hell?
No cares in the world. Bristle boy. Alright, so this game is honestly kinda over. I don't see what IP can do unless I wanna say unless Talon dive the fountain, but at the same time I feel like if Bristle goes into your fountain, you probably die instead of him. We'll see what approach they might have here. Maybe Timber can buy a blink, just try to blow up some hero on the high ground.
That feels...
Look at WS.
That's such a small little potential win. Now WS, he's gone out alone here. He has a bloodstone. He is healing absurd amounts of HP. Meanwhile, looks like Yona's been caught again. Yokum doesn't throw the lasso out because he doesn't have it, but there we go. Comes off cooldown, means another death for DCMG. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
if this
surprised
last
they
pick
haven't
Olga
called
was
it.
really the... Yeah, I don't know. I thought the draft was okay. But yeah, there's GG. It's a bit of a shame because I do think out of everything that happened, the Dark Willow played particularly well, at least to me. But it doesn't matter in the end of the day, and Talon are able to stomp their way through a Game 1 victory against Interactive Philippines.
Yeah, I think these games are hard to come.
Is it lacking?
I think Void Spirit to me feels a bit more cheaper spell wise. Like you're able to go in, come out, but Earth Spirit once you go in, if you eat a Doom, like the fight's kind of there already. I feel like the Earth Spirit and Clockwork are like kind of similar in that sense.
You only got one shot to go in and make it work, right?
Yeah, I also feel like going into Doom, Gyro, or everything Talon has is not very straightforward.
This feels like you need BKB. I mean, I don't
Mirror
even think a
Spirit's
Blade Nail's gonna
naturally
cut it.
tanky.
Guess so, but tanky enough for a Puck Gyro Jakiro?
I mean, I can see
That'll
some
be a
like
while.
SNY Blade Mill or Spirit working here as well.
Damn, yeah. Everybody's building SNY these
Yeah, I
days,
mean,
man.
he has Empower, right? And he has the Resonance facet, which gives him damage per like magnetize. So it is.
Oh, that's true.
It's quite significant. I think back when this facet first came out, people were going like ACS and Y towards the end. I think Team Zero's mid player kind of popularized it. He went like, he has played it very differently. He played more like a right click hero, but at the same time, not really. I think Thompson also
7E,
goes
right?
Echo, right? Yeah, correct. Also known as
Thompson.
Ponlo Pro Max now.
Dude, you can't use Thompson as a comparison for what's a build. This man just buys whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, but it works. Like there's an idea behind it, right? He doesn't just go play Phoenix. He's like, okay, I'm Daedalus Phoenix this game. There's like some concept behind it that he wants to play. Oh, Jokem.
Sure, yeah, sure. Jokem trying to snatch
There's a
the
win lace on
rune.
Jotun.
Uh-oh.
Just need. Oh, there's a win lace on Jokem too.
Yeah, but the Clockwork is, I guess, just got to give up on this, not bothering to chase this line around, wants to
Get
pop the
him.
TB out in lane. Nice ward there. I feel like sometimes I see Dooms get that early level in the Devour, and they just go behind the tower, eat the range creep wave 1, and then just have it push and pull. I wonder what WS is saving the skill point for. Maybe just not too concerned that he can do that in the wave anyway.
Okay, I think against Terrorblade, what you do is usually very reactive of what the Terrorblade does. Because like some clock running you down with meta level 1 is kind of strong. I think more commonly we see Reflection now. So WS might just play to push and pull here, and Lion's job is just to keep the Clockwork away from the Doom. Secure the range creep. See what they do. I feel in most situations... Oh.
Nice little double stun, but it sets up the range creep to be within deny range, so that's a bit awkward. WS still gets it though, so too bad. I don't know, actually, nothing can actually stop Jokem from just sending out stun after stun after stun after stun.
Yeah, I would have preferred to see the Phoenix down here. But I guess he didn't want the clock against Jakiro. I feel like, yeah, you can't really run into their heroes, you know, not now and like not later. Maybe with meta, level 2. That's why you're kind of playing for here. So Jotun will hit level 2 first, probably got a D-ward earlier.
Yeah. See whether there's any sort of a timing here. Meanwhile, as you predicted, Adam, this Magnus is in Suffering City. DCMG, even with the wave pushing into his tower, thanks to Natsumi and Kuku kind of blasting that out here. It's just, yeah, flat cannon harass, taking damage that's uncontrollable. Walk up to the wave, eat a rocket barrage, Kuku literal. Like, I don't know whether it was level 1, but he's starting to pump that liquid frost out. Bot lane, a commit into the Doom. So it was that timing that you talked about, but unfortunately no cigar there, and WS will be able to walk this one off.
It's quite painful to not get a kill with this, because once you miss this meta timing and Doom hits level 3, he sends a south and suddenly they're the aggressors. And you actually don't really have a counterplay to it right now.
We'll see how much he can get out of this lane for now. So that's why he's not really getting the Devour early on. He knows that he can't really afford to. Needs as much as he can to stand up against the TB in lane. I think Natsumi's courier did go down though, so nice little snipe from Key there. I think we talked a lot about this Phoenix on the Dark Willow last game, where playing very well. See whether the X can sort of have the same effect here. I mean, he's up against some pretty tough counters, I must say.
I don't like the Phoenix top here. I'm very against this, because I don't think he helps the lane in any way. But Phoenix bottom can kind of zone both heroes. I feel like top and you just pull wave and you're kind of okay.
Yeah, maybe it's just a player comfort thing as well. I mean, we know sort of like hero pools definitely
Yeah, it could be.
something to be considered, and it's about how much you've practiced the lane with each other. So far, things pretty quiet though. I kind of was expecting maybe a bit more action. Oh, mid lane, Mikoto. Yona's putting the pressure on. There's a second roll. I don't think he's going to commit it into the tier 2, but forcing the puck all the way back like this is kind of rough. You can just, yeah, like keep trying to push her away, but I guess just rolls over to get the bounty and reset. Nicely done from Yona so far.
Yeah, Mikoto is ahead of the CS though. No real kill threat. But a Fat Earth Spirit can definitely have high impact in this game. Meanwhile, top, this is my worry, but WS is kind of suffering the same fate, and Joker might go down here. He will die to RNGesus.
Nice one. Unlucky. A couple of 50-50 rolls not going his way, and nicely played from Jotun to catch that lion.
Oh no, the lion kill's gonna allow the refill.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
this is
what I
one
was
of the
gonna
things
say,
that's like, as a mid player, like, oh, I'm owning this guy, and then suddenly the pos 4 dies and it comes like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and your pos 5 and your pos 1 are trying to convince you, no man, it's actually like we're winning the lane, man. And he's just like, come on, man, couldn't you just left him at like 1 HP or something? You have to kill him. I guess the upside is that the Clockwork can now afford a set of boots, which is going to allow him to get the catch out on anyone else. Haven't really seen much Twin Gates rotations just yet, but maybe something to look forward to. I think you mentioned it, Adam, that both these teams have incredible potential for making use of those.
Yeah, but this game is hard, right, to like go on the gyro. I think they realistically will never really reach the gyro. And judging by how laning is going so far, you'll always be like half health. Just by nature of Flat Cannon and Jakiro spam, whereas gyro's always full HP, 1k HP. I don't think you can burn through that, even with 3 heroes.
Okay, so right now, while we look at the CS, it's basically almost dead even between the Gyro and the Terrorblade. They're both having equally amazing early starts to the game. The question is, you said that, okay, Terrorblade is pretty decent into the Gyro overall in the carry-to-carry matchup, but there's a Doom, right? So later down the line, who is kind of favored here? Are we just perpetually dooming this Terrorblade? Is that the only option?
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think IAP is like, it's not very straightforward that they'll just lose, you know?
Yeah.
I think they have good heroes. Like Magnus is a good hero, Spirit's a good hero. They have a lot of damage to pour in. I think it's a lot about how they are going to execute. Yona, will he roll? Nope, he will not.
Some additional regen from that Puckish innate. So annoying, as if Puck needed more power in the lane. Testing now for the runes. Brought Cuckoo over. Use the Dream Coil, and that is a Phoenix drop to the grave. I say that. Gets the dive out in time. Up to the high ground, and Nighttime Vision actually helping them out. And would you look at that? Yona, handy little regen rune. Would have loved that on the puck.
Yeah, nice small win. They used Coil on Mikoto too. Had the Blood Grenade, but I think he just didn't want to commit it. Bit worried about the uphill misses. Very stable player. Not a risk taker. There's still a catapult here. I wonder if they'll come back to converge, because Magnetize is up. Yona has a regen.
It seems like Jokum's the one in the area looking to try and punish this Spirit.
Yeah, but look at the Clockwork. He's setting up for the Wisdom.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but the Lion's not in position.
So
this
is
could be...
Natsumi. Look.
Yeah, I mean,
angling to
I don't
that.
think Natsumi's making it there, but Jotun definitely going to do a good job closing the gap in, can put the cogs out. Uh-oh, Jokum's in there as
Stand
well.
on the right, my brother.
Throw a stun now. Okay. I don't know about that one. Well, he might just get a kill, but the Hex under the tower,
way.
battery
He's
assault
a
runs out. Jotun, that could have been amazing, but it ends up being a little bit of a fail. And unfortunately, meanwhile, top lane, gotta hold that thought, because Cuckoo dropping low to the
He's
first
suicide.
magnetize of the game there, not able to deny himself to that small camp. DCMG does drop very low though, but Natsumi just being kicked away. Yeah, we don't want to deal with you. We got our kill. And yeah, not too bad for first rotation, salvaging a bit of space for this Magnus.
I feel like Jotun could have just cogged and kicked him away.
Yeah,
Like, what
yeah,
do you
me
call
too.
the-
I do think you could in
Mikoto?
fact do that, but it was a bit of a maybe just under pressure and slipped up a bit there.
Alright, so rotation so far pretty even. Doom is pulling ahead of the Magnus because of the 2 kills, as well as just Doom being Doom. How does C damage? Oh my god, DCMG recover in this game? Hold up.
He's got you good with the
He does, he
username
does.
there.
It's
Mid lane,
stuck.
Yona. The commitment is there with the coil, but problem is they don't have enough damage to cut through that shield rune. Man's a bit too thick.
I think honestly, even without the shield rune, they don't really have damage right now. Talon. Bit of a slower paced draft, or I should say their damage is in the side lane course. It's like the gyro and Doom is where the damage really come from. So unless they
Not
plan
the
to
puck
come
until
in,
maybe Witchblade or something.
yeah, at least Witchblade, Macropire, Finger, you know, they get damage eventually. Also, sorry, did I just see WS pick up a bottle? Alright, career check, observer, please.
What?
I
Yeah,
swear, he
hang on.
just bought a bottle. Wait, what's this? What's
Wait,
this
what the hell?
technology?
Fellas, what the heck am I?
Two bracers, he bought a bottle. Oh, for the shovel?
Ah!
Is this? Alright, never mind.
No,
I'll
but
try
like,
this in my pops.
yeah, but like, who cares? Okay, well, meanwhile, bot lane, rotate over the twin gates, looking for Jed here. Terblade able to slip into the night. Cuckoo will find him though.
Jet kinda wants to
but-
battle. Yona's here too.
Yeah, because the thing is, Yona's here, but now you have a Doom
Well,
just
Yona's
hammering
not
you
here
down,
anymore.
and Yona's gonna die. A bit of a pause. Oh, my.
Oh, that's a BM.
That's a BM.
That's a BM.
Natsumi,
Minus aura.
come on. Actually minus aura. He's already playing Gyrocopter, which is kind of minus aura, to be honest.
That's true. But he ain't the drafter, so we forgive.
I'm not forgiving him for this pause, though, especially if they kill Jed off it. That is cruel.
Alright, Jet's
Terblade
death
is not gonna
is
get a chance to Sunder.
his own fault for walking in.
Okay, that's fair.
We-
You gotta blame him for trying to play with his team, man. He tried to set up with the Earth Spirit. Is that really his fault?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. 343 has weighed in.
Yes.
2
If
to
your
6
team
now.
dies and you don't die,
Yeah. True. 3k gold lead for Talon. I think things are looking up for them. You look at the net worth for everybody on Interactive Philippines, it is falling behind. WS at the top of the net worth as where a Doom should be.
I mentioned how poor this Magnus is, but Yona's net worth has evaporated into thin air for whatever reason. Okay, you get some.
Yeah, I'm so confused. I thought he was having a pretty good start. Like, he was getting runes and everything, and he was sort of making some rotations. It was not too bad, but I guess just not hitting enough creeps.
Yeah, it did look good. Okay, so yes, Doom has a bottle. Will he get the bounty rune? Come on, WS, dig. Every time you dig
I
and
mean,
don't
he-
get a bounty rune, you're technically wasting gold.
No, dude, I mean, he could also just walk over to the river and get a free water rune, right? Like, that's the I thought that was the strat, not the
Water
bounty
rune?
rune.
There's power runes.
Yeah.
now. Oh, the dig.
Yeah,
Nice
like, because you
reference.
just need to walk over to the river, get a water rune, and you're basically topped up by... I mean, this is some pretty interesting technology. Take notes, folks, if you want to sort of use this in your game. I guess technically it doesn't even have to be on a Doom, right? It could be on any single
There's
hero.
no more
as we-
water runes. What are you talking about?
Wait, what are you talking about?
This is power runes, right?
No, he literally just dug up a water rune in front of you. Are you tripping?
Oh, okay, that's what you mean. Okay, no. So I misunderstood. I was like, go mid, take rune.
Oh, you thought he was going for the power rune.
Yeah.
No,
That's
this
like,
dude
no,
has
it's not
endless supply thanks to Trusty Shovel. Yo, he even has Natsumi in on the case.
That's true.
Trusty Shovels all around.
He can also sell it at some point for all its investment, right? So this is like
Yeah, exactly.
super high value. Okay, smoke to the mid lane. They have coil here and Doom. Yona is
Oh, beautiful hex. Right before
You
the roll
did.
comes out. Yokum has that Finger of Death to finish off the Earth Spirit, but not even gonna use it. Holding that ultimate for a rainier day. And trying to pressure the mid lane tower, but there isn't really a catapult or anything. Mikoto's still looking for more, just forcing DCMG out of the triangle. Yeah, Water Rune Galaxy over here with all the digs, man.
man, Cuckoo. Where's your neutral item? 12 minutes into the game, Cuckoo.
Unbelievable.
How many
Seriously.
bounty runes have you missed?
Seriously.
Alright, so IAP are in a pretty tough spot right now, and I think a lot of their hope, as early as it is into the game, lies on this Magnus Dagger reveal. Jotun,
Yeah, right now, Finger the Clockwork.
that must hurt.
Yeah.
Finger
You ever got Finger of Death before, Adam?
I'm usually the lion, so no.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It is satisfying though to go, like, you gotta make the
Zap.
noise, you know, you gotta the bzz.
Yeah. Is that what?
It
What
always
is
feels personal for some reason.
Yeah.
Figure of Death always feels personal.
Yeah. You're not on the receiving end of it. Why are you talking as if you're the one who's suffering?
Yeah, it's like I feel guilty, you know. So I didn't mean to, but also you're dead.
Like, sorry to flex on you like that, homie. Just
Sorry
gotta
to- sorry, I
just
just
obliterate
chose,
you
know.
from existence. Okay, well,
No
things
way,
are
this is the
looking
veil,
all
Natsumi.
talent. Wait, what? Wait, what? Daedalus first?
No way he buys this. He probably just tried to. He wanted Crystallis and he probably just quick bought it by accident. Natsumi deserve to die for this. Yeah. No, Jotun, you can do it.
Jotun-
Blood grenade, rocket,
Bro.
anything. Jotun, come on.
Bro, hello?
Come on, Jotun.
Wait, are you serious?
Jotun.
What am I looking at? I thought they were gonna try for a kill, but now they're trying to evacuate. Phoenix is flying nowhere. The air patrol is here. Natsumi guns him down. And they're not able to get the kill onto Jotun through the twin gates. So I guess at the end they just lose a support, but I thought that was gonna be a kill for sure onto
Oh,
the...
Jotun, you have no battery assault. I don't know if you want to do this.
Okay, well, here comes the rest of Talon.
Alright. Who
Here comes
dies?
Jet though. They wanna fight.
Of the Doom onto the Rail Terrorblade. RP!
Oh, nice RP! That's the reveal of the Blink Dagger. That's what the Terrorblade was waiting for. But WS still has the Doom ticking out onto
WS
Jet.
does not
Can he
care.
finish him off in time? Gets the kill before going down here. Last touch from DCMG. I mean, I guess the upside of that entire situation is it's a huge gold injection. But Mikoto with a very nice solo kill in the mid lane
How?
makes that basically even.
How does Earth Spirit die solo to Puck?
No clue.
What happened?
I couldn't tell
need
you.
a replay right now. Natsumi,
We didn't see
Natsumi.
it.
Oh no,
Okay.
Natsumi's gonna get a free kill. Oh, he
Okay,
pushed him
now
away
let's
this time,
go,
Jotun. Let's
Jotun.
go.
Okay, double wisdom runes, big winner there. Jotun doesn't even... Did he die in that previous fight? I didn't even know.
He died,
did.
I think. But his HP is so low.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really know what happened here, but the clockwork now big levels. Okay, InterActive Philippines, they're not out of this one just yet.
Yeah, but it's a steep hill.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I like this from KD. I've seen this before. The Orchid Phoenix. They don't really have catch for Puck, so I think it's pretty nice. When he will get it.
Literally takes this personally, right? Like last game, he's like, we literally don't have catch. So even though they pick him the Phoenix, that he's like, yeah, I still need to be the catch here, guys. Seriously.
I think it's a real thing, like Phoenix against Puck. It's because you have dive, right? So you can kind of reach the Puck. The downside is that Mikoto is a core and your Orchid timing will be slow, especially with the way the early game's going. 6k lead for Talon.
Yeah. It's a pretty decent early game for Kitty on that Dark Willow last game. This time, not so much.
Jokam, does he have his dagger flying out? Yeah, he's hiding it.
Yeah, but hook shot. Oh, he can keep hiding it. He's going to be hidden underground. Just buried. Nice initiation there from long range. And you can definitely see that IAP, they have a lot more tools in the previous game. They have a way of just jumping in.
silence?
DCMG, speaking of jumping in, a bit of an awkward goal. They commit the egg, but this Magnus is surely dead here. They finish off the egg, roll in, huge magnetize though. That is a lot of magic damage onto Natsumi, and the gyrocopter is going to go down. Sends out the
ticking
missiles
as well.
flying. Yeah, magnetize, it's still ticking, but
God,
I don't think it's going to
Mikoto.
find any other kills. Mikoto
Oh, the
able to
rocket.
phase shift and dodge out of there. The rocket off the mark, Jotun. He might have mastered the art of hitting those cogs, but still hasn't landed that rocket yet. IPH, that's not too bad of a fight. They killed the opposing carry. Sure, they used a couple of ultimates for it, but more than worth it, I'd say.
Dude, that fight was closer than... If they were like a bit more ahead in net worth, I think that fight would have been so bad for Talon. What
Yeah,
a nice
yeah.
RP from DCMG and a huge magnetize too onto 4 Jet in trouble. Hook
Hook
shot
shot,
into the
Jotun.
Puck.
Mikoto's just dancing
Is he
around
at
them now.
14?
I didn't sure. No, not yet.
This
They
is...
do have DCMG. Mikoto. Is he dead here?
He missed
Rocket
the
off the mark
rocket
again, but DCMG just skewers him down. Dude, I will say that the past 3 minutes, this Magnus has really shown up for the team.
My man.
You said he had to be the one to bring it back for the squad, and he's absolutely doing that right now.
I think his hooks from Jotun have been on point too. He might find Jokem blinks out. And well, IP, signs of life. Mikoto underestimating a bit, overplaying his hand. And soon these orchids will come out. Like 2, Magnus has 1 queued up as well.
Yeah, these timings are going to be nasty. I mean, the puck is building into that use, but it's going to be a little bit before Mikoto is able to finish that item up. And I mean, if he keeps on dying like that, not that he's died a lot, that was just, you know, his first death, but if he sort of makes 1 or 2 more missteps, that's going to give IPH ample time to pick up those items.
I think it's also because use isn't like the best solution, right? Because obviously you can't get solo killed. You can use yourself, but coming down against Earth Spirit that has Geomatic Grip, Rolling Boulder, you have a second Orchid from the Phoenix, so it's not a get out of jail free card, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you could also come back down into a cogs or something. Like, that's just an instant push and they can keep you disabled. So, not really the best solution.
Talon grouping him,
what? What the hell? Oh, he was trying to get a catch, I guess, but he's the one being caught out instead. No way of saving him from those cogs, basically sentencing him to death.
Phoenix,
nice
yes, Orchid.
Hold on to the Phoenix.
Okay.
He needs to be able to get the egg off, but can't find it. Doom, able to cancel that TP. A little bit of an ambitious one, I will say, from Yona. And 3 heroes on Interactive Philippines get punished. Nice response from Talon.
Man, that was painful. If he got the egg off and the Orchid, there was a bit of hope. I think DCMG was kind of heading over as well. But just not ready. Talon almost 5 heroes there, whereas IP just only the 3.
Like, imagine it'd look a little bit different if there was a Magnus there again to RP and save them from that situation. But DCMG, busy farming a bit now. They still will stick in the mid lane though. They saw that the coil was used and the Doom was used and they want to keep going. Meta not available, but clearly not needed. Jed will just take down this tier 1 tower.
And Natsumi has the BKB now too. Going for the eggs next, so no dealers, hook shot, WS.
Oh, they found WS. A really, really big kill and they absolutely mow him down. Jotun. This Clockwork and Magnus have been showing up big time. Oh, the Orchid onto Mikoto into the egg. The RP doesn't clip the park but gets Natsumi in his BKB. Nice stun from Dokkan to bail them out for now. Not enough damage to punch into the gyro. And he should be able to walk out of this one. There's still Illusion beating into him. The second Orchid, it just burns down Mikoto. Cuckoo can't save him in time with the Ice Path. I don't think they get the Magnus while they're at it. The Sunder on the own Illusion. Jed is back to full HP and Interactive Philippines coming alive here. A triple kill for this Terrorblade. And they're looking for more onto Bosku, onto that Jakiro. Kicking back into the clutches. An ultra kill for the Terrorblade. Are you kidding me? Indeed. Interactive Philippines, Talon definitely did not expect that.
Oh my god. As soon as Doom dies, this Terrorblade is so strong. He has Empower. Look at his net worth. 3.6k suddenly. Goal in his bank, so close to the Skadi and Roche timing, dude. Everything looks good for IP.
Yeah, it really does, and I think you're starting to sort of build the formula for how you want to take these fights. If you can eliminate the Doom and keep him away from the Terrorblade actually reigns supreme. Look at that hike. You said it was gonna be a big steep climb for Interactive Philippines, but they just shot straight up.
Hey,
and just like that, it's only a 2k gold lead.
That's as steep as it gets.
That's as steep as it gets. That's Everest don't even look like that, brother.
That's my bouldering.
Everest got a curve to it. That did not. That was straight up as high as it could go. Nice team fighting overall from Interactive Philippines. Not willing to just give up in the face of adversity. Coming into this matchup, we talked about how it was more than just David versus Goliath. It's Goliath's entire family up against David's younger brother. But David's younger brother has grown up now. A couple of Orchids in the arsenal, and seems like Mikoto's overstepped a little bit too far.
That was also just a one-man RP onto the gyro, right? Like, to save the egg. It wasn't like he caught a lot of heroes or anything. And another thing about his Doom Terrorblade is that if the TV is strong enough to take egg, your Doom isn't really much of a counter anymore.
That's true.
TB is very far ahead. Of course, WS has high net worth, but TB is super farmed right now. BKB soon on Doom. That'll be nice because currently Reflection Aura onto WS also gives them Wolf. The pack leader's aura damage. Doom rebuys his drums. Sold the bracer.
Sold the bottle though, very sad.
Yeah, he changed his neutral item. I accept it. Alright, Roche is the next objective. Yeah, he just wants damage. It's OP item.
So.
They're gonna run into Cuckoo here. Maybe even Natsumi, the RP.
Oh, they catch both, but the BKB almost instantly from the gyrocopter. That might just have saved him from this situation. He's able to walk out of the range of the egg. The question is whether Talon, they still want to fight here.
Still has hook
Spot
shot.
out Jotun. Looks like that is going to be a sacrifice. Jotun ends up going down still, but they found Jokum on the side. Okay, silence up on the Lion. That's your control gone. Do you want to pop the Doom, pop the BKB onto the Magnus?
I don't
RP
know about
already
this
used
fight.
though.
Doesn't look good.
I'm not too sure either. They have to run in the face of the sun ray, but Yona popping his own BKB, sticking onto this gyrocopter. Wants to keep the magnetize rolling, but can't find a target and out of mana at that.
Man, no mana
Ends up
on
being
Yona.
pretty even overall, but losing DCMG, that's a little bit painful comparatively to the 2 support kills you got.
I mean, he used RP and he still got doomed. I think you're really happy with that. Now, Roche
Yeah, I
is
guess so.
again on the table. They are smoking over. I'm not sure if IP can actually do this, Roshan. Talon's coming down here as well. Meta's ending soon.
Yeah.
Natsumi, no
I mean,
BKB. He has to be careful.
I think the whole idea is that they know if
They
they
see
don't
the
do the
gyro.
Roche ASAP,
You see the
the
gyro.
meta's gonna run out and yeah, they see the gyro, but they don't really have a jump at the moment. Clockwork is out.
Oh
And,
no, Clockwork.
no,
Jotun, does he have buy? He does not.
Yeah, this was always going to be a bit of a difficult Roche situation for them because the meta was used mid, but the second that goes off, you're on a timer. And Talon, they call the shots right now. They are just going to go into the pit, get the Aegis for Natsumi. You would have loved that Aegis on the TB.
Yeah, losing Sig is kind of painful. But nowhere out of the game. Natsumi not really at the point where he cooking them boys yet. But I'm worried for IAP. This one fight where WS gets the doom on him, it's not going to be super straightforward. Has BKB queued up next, so just a let's stand and fight kind of item build. Really,
Yeah.
I think the fight there came down to the egg pop and Natsumi's BKB, because I think the Phoenix thought he RP'd too and is skewering over, so he instantly popped egg, but Natsumi BKB'd, so he didn't get skewered at all.
I mean, all due respect, that was insane reaction times from Natsumi. Like, he caught a glimpse of the mag and instantly just popped BKB, like no second thought. So the decisiveness is kind of what saves Talon in that fight. And as a result of his decisiveness, he gets Aegis in his pocket. So able to sort of be a bit more loose, perhaps, with the next BKB usages.
Yeah, in
Do you think
hindsight,
Talon
it
can
was-
try and push the issue here with this Aegis?
I think they have to be careful. I think this is a farming Aegis, but they also want some map. And we see top lane, DCMG is gonna get caught out here. Nope, blinks away. Right, so Talon are hungry. Hunting.
I'm not gonna lie. After that fight that went so wrong for them in that mid area near their tower, I'd be kind of pissed off too because everyone coming into this match, oh, it's gonna be easy wash. But InterActive Philippines, they're putting up a really good fight, all things
Alright,
considered.
hold on,
This
is
RPs,
a really good smoke. They are faking mid, and TB does TP over, but Talon are just going to the left. I wonder if they'll go on Natsumi here.
they're just baiting with the second life. They know they have more than enough time to wrap back around if need be, but InterActive Philippines aren't biting for now. They know that it's likely a trap being set, and even if it isn't, no point trying to contest that tier 1 tower. They'll just give it over for now.
They need to go around if they want to fight. Find the supports, find Jokem, find Kuku, find WS. He's such a big kill.
You want to find the supporting cast. You don't really care about Mikoto and Natsumi. All eyes on Jotun. He's going to have to land some killer
TP's coming
hook
out.
shots.
Rainbow TPs.
All across the board here. They look for Jotun. Able to TP out. Oh, nice hex. Gets the catch.
Sliding into your DMs, just like that.
Yeah, and failing to slide into the DMs just like that. You talk about finding the
the
supports. Looks like
damage.
Talon are the ones who find the supports. Getting that Alpha Wolf aura, just a crit. And WS slices down that little bird.
Yeah, nicely done. Understanding he can hold the area. Clockwork's dead, nothing to really cancel him, you know. Has the high ground advantage, can choose to run. IP, they need to be a bit more careful. Talon seem really hungry here, oh Yona.
They might just have an Earth Spirit for dessert.
There's
the
an
coil out.
Orchid here, he's Orchided.
Yeah, but WS is here starting to punch away into this Earth Spirit as well. Hexed up the Magnus, they brought Jokum in, and fortunately DCMG, what he has is an Orchid, what he doesn't have is any life left. Gets killed.
Oh man, it's starting to crumble for IP. Alright, get together boys.
Come
Game's not
on,
out of your
fellas.
hands.
Okay, how do they get together? What do they need to do? Because this is still an Aegis on Talon, right? Do you want them to fight here, or is it just
Yeah, I
kind of
think you
waiting
have.
it out?
I think you have to fight. I think what Talon is doing with this Aegis is criminal. They're just splitting the map. And speaking of splitting the map, they see Terrorblade.
No,
Oh my
you
God.
can't die like that, buddy. You got Lotuses, but you can't even pop it. I mean, they've just essentially lost every single hero around the map except for the Earth Spirit in this short span of time. I agree with you. This is criminal behavior and someone needs to arrest Talon immediately. They are getting away. There was a huge spike at that 20-minute mark. That fight looked like it turned everything around, but Talon, they've just been able to snatch everything right back.
I think IP needs to group, at least in pairs. I feel like what Talon is doing now is they're just showing Natsumi and kind of abusing the map. Oh no, DCMG. 300
that was-
from BKB.
That was never gonna work. He wasn't even on the mark with the skewer. Now he's being chased down. WS in. They just eat the RP, DCMG. That is desperation there. And it doesn't look good. Talon all over it. I mean, at this point, they're just losing two. At any given point, InterActive Philippines have 2 dead heroes. How are you supposed to make any sort of move?
It does feel like this. Feel that way. Natsumi again, just farming using his body. He's the decoy, right?
Bro, he's just the least interactive guy. I feel like everywhere you see Natsumi, you know the rest of the team's not there because he's just playing away from them.
I feel like they have the ability to kill the gyro twice too. Like it's pretty straightforward. This Doom doesn't have dagger. TV doesn't need to worry too much. It's kind of skewer him in cogs and he kind of just dies twice. I want to see IP like man up a little here. Oh, speaking of man up.
Shot in. Jotun's a good catch on to Jokum though. Natsumi again on the high ground. Now this Aegis has expired. But yeah, the fight doesn't look any much better for InterActive Philippines, unfortunately. They just kind of get split apart. Yona can't roll down to the low ground. That is your Earth Spirit down. And yeah, Jotun can't even TP out.
Oh man, that's a fight without RP too. So again, just these spells and everything kind of chain being used wrongly, affecting the next and the next and the next.
Yeah.
The roll downhill.
Yeah, literally. You climb that steep mountain, you take a little bit of a trip, and you come tumbling all the way down. That's what it feels like for InterActive Philippines here in this game number 2. Look, the steep climb doesn't look as impressive anymore just because of the tumble down, right? It kind of looks like Talon had a little bit of a slip up, but I don't think I can overstate how big of a slip up that actually was. That felt like it was InterActive Philippines opening to take the game.
They clawed back so nicely, and it felt like the momentum swing in Dota is like so different, right? It's like if you're losing 8k and you win a fight, suddenly you feel like you're in so much control.
Yeah.
But if you're like neutral and you win, it's like, oh, it's slow paced, you know?
Yeah, it's whatever, right?
Oh, Yona might be in trouble.
Doesn't have the BKB yet, and I think they know this. Tries for the Sunray for the save. Now, Jed is firing away from the low ground. WS able to just walk out of those cogs. Meanwhile, they... I don't know where this happened, but... Okay, Mikoto's fine because DCMG is just dead somewhere in the bottom corner of the map. So they don't even have a second Orchid or the RP. Just died to Natsumi and Jokum, I think.
No, Aegis, Natsumi's getting pounded a little here.
What you doing, baby? I don't think that's the right spot. And the one thing you can't do is fight into this TB in the meta, right? You gotta show respect there. But other than that, I think Talon's still very much in control. 18k gold lead right now.
I just want to see IP come down and go with everything they have and take a fight. I think their fights are not complicated, but what they are doing now is making the game very difficult for themselves. I want to see them just be together. Show me this double Orchid against the Yules, you know, show me this RP with TB hitting people for once.
Yeah, show us something. Show us a team fight. This is seemingly what you drafted for, right? This is what we expected, but it's not really panning out that way. It feels like Talon are just picking and pulling, ripping you apart a little bit. Octarine complete now for Mikoto. That's a nasty set of items. And just dance around them a bit.
Yeah, he's been much more confident about just kind of going in.
We didn't mention this as well, but the Aghanims was picked up some time ago by the Chikiro. So, I mean, the Talon, no shortage of damage, I must say. But I also have to sort of give a nod because I feel like this TB, we've seen in some of these fights, Jed is still the only person in his team remotely keeping up with net worth. So, he can pump out a lot of gas.
Yeah, he's just not able to really hit anyone right now.
What was that? Did they just not want to jump there?
They have no jump.
Oh, right.
I guess
yeah,
you just
there's
press
no
drums
jump.
and walk in, right? Like that's your...
Yeah. For some reason, I thought the Doom had a blink dagger. Forgot he went for a literal right clicker SNY sort of.
I like to see AC a bit more than this Satanic, but I understand this spell has like super high value. They ping out on Magnus. DCMG. Oh, wrong way, my friend.
Still gets clipped by the Dream Coil and the Finger of Death. That definitely, I don't know whether that was personal. It felt like it. Everything thrown at this Magnus for the horrid RPs that he sentenced them to so far.
He is the key target, I would say. The RPs holding them down the RPs are kind of anything holding them down, Yona.
Yona is dropping very low, but he might just get a kill onto Jokum before he goes out.
God,
yeah, Dude, I was gonna say that it was very ballsy of Jokum to just kind of stand in the way of that roll there because it's a lot of damage. So the Lion does pay the price for it, but overall, Talon still in complete control of this game. There's not much that InterActive Philippines can do. We still have yet to see them come together for a 5v5 team fight. That's all we ask.
You know what's better than Satanic? Like,
what?
2 Satanics, because that's what Talon has.
Dude, I feel like WS and Natsumi are both trying to mirror each other's build. They're both PKB, both SNY, both Satanic.
He has the crit too, but from the creep instead.
Yeah, double or nothing, man. They're both Divine Rapiers next. Why not? Give us a show.
I believe.
I believe
He
as
has
well.
the AC queued up. He's reaching unkillable territory, if he's not already there. Obviously, Sunray still kinda owns him, but Talon in a very, very, very extremely dominating position right now. And IP will try to do something about it. Can they go together this time?
We'll try. The smoke move out feels like it's been a long time since we've seen something like this from InterActive
props
Philippines.
from the illusion. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Yeah, surely Talon must smell something amiss. They don't see a single hero. With the creep wave crashing in the mid lane as well. This is a very obvious move. The question is whether Talon wanted to actually take this fight. Wards in the area being dewarded.
Look at Mikoto. He definitely wants a fight.
Oh, Talon's
Arcane
hungry.
Rune
Talon
too.
is hungry. Try to fight around this roach pit. Big wrap around for Talon in the broad daylight.
All eyes on Magnus.
All eyes on Magnus. Jokum on the front line, breaking the smoke. Talon
The
knows
re-smoke.
something's up here. The re-smoke, but into the Jotun clockwork. And yeah, he's just gone. Nice RP though, onto 2. But the Macropire covering
He's
them for
already
now.
dead.
They're able to pop the BKBs and the Satanics. And they fight through the Terrorblade. They gun them down. And again, Natsumi. I mean, that Satanic paying off big time. Both those heroes that got RP'd end up just popping the Satanics and healing basically to full.
Yeah, not having the egg there was huge. Mikoto, really nice catch onto KD there. And, I mean, this is just a network fleet. This is a fight that could have happened 15 minutes ago for IP, but dragged out so long, and Talon are now 32k ahead. What looks like is probably the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even if you talk about maybe 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, before these Satanics come up, that would have been 2 kills. There was no save, actually, for WS and Natsumi, and that would have been 2 dead heroes. I feel like DCMG in this game, he's tried his damn best to land an RP to salvage it for InterActive Philippines, but the rest of the components not really clicking. Just like that, 2 lanes of racks easily swiped up. They can just head back in for that Roche.
Rapier, come on, someone buy it. WS has a harpoon queued up, so just wants some more chasing power, ability to stick onto his whoever he chooses as his prey.
It's just unfortunate. InterActive Philippines, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you, but it
They're
just...
so good at some point. Jocam and Mikoto already hunting. Mikoto's in their base. Why not? How kill me? I'm Mikoto.
Just chilling. Kodo Puck. One of the sort of iconic combinations.
SCA players and Puck being their iconic combination.
Same thing with Bob, right? Like,
It's true.
I think the only person who isn't... I mean,
Puck.
even Abed Puck is kind of notable, right?
Yeah,
But
it's just
I
they
think
don't
Abed,
play it more. It became
it's always
Storm,
just
right?
Abed Storm, yeah. Okay, looks like the beginning of the end there. Another very personal finger of death. Roll in, they kick the gyro back into the prey, but I mean, he still has a second life. He still has a satanic. You're gonna RP2, skewer them back in. That's pretty nice. Doing a lot of damage now, but the doom out onto the Terrorblade means that there's no way he can fight. And WS is just chopping it up. GG is called InterActive Philippines. Oh my god.
Oh, he's having a time of his life. Look at it. He buys the Ghost Scepter.
Oh, he doesn't even die at the end there. Very, very nicely done from Talon as they are able to 2-0 their opponents. And it's just sad, okay? It's just sad mostly because, not because I'm an InterActive Philippines